Welcome. In front of me I have a HUAWEI Watch Fit, and today I'll go over unboxing along with an overview of this watch. Now, I've been waiting for it for quite a while now, basically since I heard of its release, so finally I get to check it out. Now, starting straight off, the box is, well, kind of like HUAWEI instead of, well, I think for less premium devices they use white boxes, while for the more one I think it's more black, but that's kind of not really important here. So obviously you can see at the very front it tells us that it's a 1.64 inch AMOLED display, so that is really nice. Then at the back it gives us a bunch of information, so things like the well, again, the size of the display, long battery life. Now I couldn't find the info of the actual battery, how big it is. Then we also have the 12 animated fitness courses, 96 workout modes, scientific workout guides, full health monitoring, built-in GPS, and 5 atmosphere water resistance. Now, if you're wondering about the 5 atmosphere, what it exactly means, for the phones we have the IP rating, and here we have the atmospheres. So this is just a pressure that the water will exert on the watch. Now, it is roughly, I believe, around 50 meters. But I could be completely wrong. I believe that's how it was. And also the atmospheres aren't necessarily measured in well, depths in meters. That's primarily because pressure can change. For instance, if you move under a specific pressure, if you start moving your hand, the pressure under that movement will also change. So even though you're still at the same depth, the pressure will be different. So well, popping it up, looks like I won't need a knife because it comes with these nice tabs to pull, though they are really holding on. There we go. So that's one. And that's two. So, no, this one glued again. So, okay, there we go. So let's pop it open. Now in here we got basically nothing, so I'm just gonna put that to the side. Then in here got a watch. Now honestly it looks a little bit smaller than I expected. I thought it would be a little bit bigger, but I consider that as a plus. My hand isn't necessarily the biggest, so I'm kind of happy with that. Now I will have to say right off the bat, it feels really light, kind of almost like a toy. But yeah, I'll just set it to the side for now. And inside, we got the box that was laying on, and we got neatly divided parts of it. So we got the cable, it looks like right here. Yep, there's the cable. There we go, it fell out. So it's a USB to this magnetic charger, so that's a nice thing. So just put that back in here. There we go, drop it to the side. And in here we got, well, instructions, so I'm not really gonna go into it. No one really cares about instructions. So, getting the watch right over here. Let's hold the power key, I guess. At least that's what I think it is. There we go, so it's turning on. Now, I'm gonna open it up. Hopefully I can lay it flat, but it looks like it might not be the case. So there we go. Now, right off the bat you can see that it gives us a multiple language selection. Maybe move it a little bit closer. Hopefully the camera can catch to the not really sure if it's too visible. There we go, I think it is good. So I'm gonna go with English right here and download HUAWEI Health. Now I'm not gonna be downloading it because I actually have a HUAWEI phone, so I'm just gonna launch the Health app. There we go. Cool. Okay, whatever. So launch it. And then devices, add. So lay it down right here. I'm not really sure which one will it be. Watch. I believe that's going to be under the watch. And in here, don't see your device. Yep, I don't. Open App Store. I already have the newest version, so let's go back. Maybe it's under bands in this case. Honor, HUAWEI, show more. Where is it? Oh, it is updating something, so get some max brightness. Oh, there it is. So let's pair it up. Allow, and so that seems like it was really simple and quick. Once you actually find the watch that you want to pair, now we have some kind of update for the watch, which, you know what, I'm gonna choose to update it right now while I'm recording, so I can also start talking about the specifications. So, like I mentioned before, it does come with a 1.64-inch AMOLED display. Now the resolution of it is a 280 by 456 pixels, and that puts it at 326 pixels per inch, so fairly nice and decently packed display. And when it comes to the display itself and the body, it comes at 56.1% screen to body ratio, so again, it looks really nice. Now I will be comparing it probably to this HUAWEI. That is my current band, I would say. This is the Xiaomi Mi Band, I believe 4 it was, the first one with the color display, and this thing was really nice. And the reason why I'm going to be comparing it to it, because I think the functionality is roughly the same, with the difference of it, this one being a little bit more of a watch size and watch feel, while still retaining this nice battery aspect, because for instance thing like the Mi Band had an outstanding battery. Now I don't think it's going to approach anything like the Mi Bands did to like 30 or above days, but from what I've read, it's supposed to be fairly close to it, so that's kind of why I'm comparing it to it. But as you can see, it's right now updating. So yeah. So moving on to the build quality, obviously we have a front glass, nothing really surprising there, but the rest of the band itself is made out of plastic, so it's the plastic back right here, and the frame itself is also plastic. So it's not necessarily the most premium material right here, but still, for the price that this comes around, which is about 90 euros, I can't really complain. It's an outstanding looking device for that price. And apart from that, the dimensions of it, if you're wondering, I'm actually gonna compare it to exactly just the part of the Mi Band. As you can see that it is almost the exact same as the Mi Band. I can kind of get the light correctly. There's the Mi Band, and it is just a tiny bit bigger, honestly, which is actually surprising. I was expecting it to be way bigger, like I said, so this is smaller than I expected. This is, like I said, the Mi Band 4, and comparing the size to it, in terms of height, I think the Mi Band is actually bigger, and that is without the actual band itself, just the device itself. But in terms of width, as you can see, it is slightly bit wider. Not by much, but it is. So, setting that aside, so the dimensions actually are 4.6 centimeters by 3 centimeters by 1.7 centimeters. So it is a really compact device right here. And when it comes down to the OS of it, which one that it's running, it's Huawei's own proprietary OS, so they're, I believe, calling it a wearable platform or something like that. So no Google OS right here, but I believe this might be actually for the better. The battery, I think, because of it, lasts longer, because majority of the Wear OS devices are kind of crap in terms of battery life. So if this is the reason, and this is running its own platform, its own OS that lasts way longer in terms of battery, for me that's a complete win. Now when it comes down to actual internals of it, it does have a built-in GPS and built-in 4 gigabytes of storage. Now there is no SD card, there is no speakers in there, and the thing that disappoints me the most is the fact that there is no NFC. I would really like to see NFC. I would even pay a little bit more for for the NFC, so I can actually pay with the watch and stop bothering to take out my phone out of the packet to pay for stuff. So that is a little bit of a shame here. And then when it comes down to sensors that it comes in, obviously you have all the typical wearable sensors, things like accelerometer, gyroscope, heart rate sensor, and blood oxygenation monitor. And that's not much more I can say about it. It comes with a couple different colors. So we have the graphite black, which is the one that I have right here, obviously. Then it has a Sakura pink and mint green. So basically we have pink, green, and black. And that's about it. I was hoping that this update would take a little bit shorter time so I can actually go into the actual OS of it, but it's still updating. So yeah, now there's one more thing that I wanted to mention, is something that I read on the box itself, which I did find a little bit funny. So let's close it. So we have it right over here. Hopefully this will be visible, but basically we have this notification right here under the part 2. So HUAWEI Watch Fit supports several health management features, including the 24/7 heart rate monitoring and sleep tracking. And then there's a little star. This product is not intended for medical use. All data is provided for reference only. So in other words, how I'm understanding is all data is, well, faulty and might not be as accurate as you would like to believe. So just don't take this seriously. If it tells you that you have 170 heart rate, that's probably inaccurate. So yeah, now it looks like it's almost done updating, so hopefully it will finish in a second, so I can actually go into the HUAWEI OS. Now hopefully it's not going to start installing another one. I hope it's just doing both of them at the same time. So finish, I guess. So on the app itself, it looks like it is, well, it looks like it's fairly decent app, at least in terms of how it's laid out. It looks like we have watch faces over here. We can tap on more to see more or go into the store. I have no idea. I haven't used this app before. And unfortunately, obviously there are paid apps, something that HUAWEI is kind of, not what apps, paid watch faces, something that, like I said, HUAWEI tends to do. I don't really like this idea, just the same way as they have animated wallpapers, but they only sell them. But if you try to set it up yourself, they just flat out won't work. So it's something that they basically scam money on, which honestly I just see as a complete kind of crap move from them. It should all be free, or if not, just give you a bunch of watch faces which you can customize to your liking. But you've seen that they were free, some free, which I've seen. Oh, there we go. So as you can see, there's one update install right here. So we can download some if we wanted to. Now they don't take much space, 364 kilobytes. So it looks like it needs to finish installing till I can actually download anything. Apart from that, it gives us basic information like steps, calories, and the distance traveled. And obviously I cannot reconnect it yet, I believe, because it's still installing the update, which is taking for ages. So you know what, maybe I'll just cut the video right here and come back once it actually updates, because it's taking, like I said, a little bit longer than I would like to. So see you in like a couple minutes. So the update has finally installed, and now we can actually get a look at the device itself. So no, I'm not updating it again, at least not at this moment. So yeah, we can finally get a look at it. So getting it straight in the hand. Let's see how that works. It looks like we can shift the colors by just tapping on it, as you can kind of see it. I have no idea how this OS actually functions. I would really like to change the brightness right off the bat, so it's a little bit brighter. Watch face, where is it? Brightness, there we go. So let's, no, there we go. So now it's as bright as it can get. I'm not exactly sure how I go back. It looks like swiping to the side takes me back. So now, I don't know if you can see this, but right now on the camera it looks like the whiteness is kind of flickering. This is only visible on the camera itself, and this is just a refresh rate of the display itself, and that's kind of what you're seeing. But in person this is not visible, it's just it didn't really match up with the camera refresh rate, that's why. But apart from that, we have just the basic monitoring right here. We have weather, and we swipe from each side, so you can basically cycle through them. We have music player, weather, this is stress apparently, something that I'll have most likely some kind of use of. Heart rate, now I'm kind of holding it a little bit crappily, and I think it's just getting heart rate straight from my finger, which obviously won't be really accurate. Then we have trackers, so steps, time, and not sure what the last one is actually, but yeah. Now I do have to say I like the graphics of it. They seem a little bit simple and a little bit childish, but to the point that it doesn't actually bother me. They will go a little bit further with colors and sizes and icons. I think that's the point where it would start bothering me, but at the point it is neatly spaced out and I kind of like it. So let's see what else we have. So let's actually go into the settings, which I believe I access by tapping the button. So it looks like we have a bunch of things provided right here, things that we already had also by swiping left and right, but we have additional things like notifications, remote shutter, breathing exercise. Now stress was there, sleep I don't believe was there, the oxygenation was not there unless it was along with the heart rate, which I didn't really check. They have workout statuses, workout records, workout. Let's see what we got in workout. After all, it's a fitness, a fit watch. So we have some fitness courses. Let's see what we got. Burn fat fast. I don't think that's something for me, considering you can see my hands on the camera. So we have a bunch of different things. Now it did say that they are animated. I believe that's the thing that was referring to. Let's see, so how do I start it? Oh, there we go. That's actually quite interesting. So we have this kind of simple animation. Now this doesn't seem to be animated anymore. How do I go back? So you have a bunch of information here. I don't think I'm going to go touch upon every one of them. There's a little bit too much, I believe, to actually go over. Let's see if there's anything else interesting here. So we already went over these. Then we have timer, alarms, flashlight. So it just turns on pure bright white light. What else is there? Find the phone, settings, and settings. Just the general kind of things, nothing really extra here. So yeah, by all means, this is it looks like a really decent device, to say. I am kind of maybe biased towards it when I find out. But then, like I said, this is a cheap smartwatch or smart band, depending how you look at it and what your wrist size is. But honestly, for the price that it comes in and what it offers, I think it's an excellent device, and there's not many devices that can compete with it. Like I said, one of them would be the Mi Bands. Now this is the older one. There is also the fifth one, which is a little bit better than what I have, but honestly, I really like this watch, probably more than the Mi Band. And if the battery holds up to what they're claiming, I think this is an excellent alternative to the Mi Band. Now it is obviously a tiny bit bigger than, well, the other one, but because of that, it actually offers a little bit extra things. So like I said, there are watch faces you can change on the other ones as well, but we have different things like shutters, music control walls there, but a lot of like the activity that I would not find on the Mi Band, along with additional just handy kind of things like I said, like the remote shutter, easy stopwatch, weather information, flashlight. Now I believe the flashlight might actually work fairly well, especially at night, but that's something that I'll have to test later on. So yeah, honestly, I do really like this device, and for about 90 euros that this comes in, it's really an unbeatable price for the device that you have right here and what it offers for that price range. So yeah, I totally love it. And that being said, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.